Today's guest is someone who has one of the most interesting careers in Tamil cinema. You don't see him in the headlines too often. He lets his work speak for himself, and that's what makes him so intriguing. Today, we're going to get to know him a little bit better. So let's welcome Atharvaa Murali and let's get the show started. So do you realize you're like Chennai's unofficial eligible bachelor?
I've heard that and I'm proud of that, I guess.
I was going to ask you, I was like, are you someone who shies away from it or you're inside, you're like, I know.
I mean, sometimes it's like sense of appreciation as an actor, but otherwise, it feels good, I guess.
What is the one thing you miss about it?
I think life would have been much easier, better. Like you require that higher power, right? To tell you certain things. Like you can rely upon someone to just give you that sense of confidence where they'll tell you that just go by this or something. Not that you have to take that advice, but then at least to bounce off with someone who's experienced, to someone who's done this all, right? So that part of it, I think I really miss. First படம் வந்து போய் announce பண்ணிட்டு first photo shoot I'm standing like this and I was so nervous and at that point I was running a high fever. I didn't know what was happening to me and I was standing like this. They clicked the first picture like this and I passed out. I fell off on the floor. I don't remember what happened after that. Then I was admitted in the hospital for like 10 days and everything. So my journey started from that.
Has your definition of love changed over the years?
Definitely, yeah.
What is it now?
Like right now or
right now? Right now.
I know you don't want to hear it.
No, I really want to hear it.
No,
but I'm not asking if you're single or not, so you have to give me that.
No. Like, I think the deepest level of friendship and understanding is what love is.
What kind of boyfriend are you?
What are my options?
No, I'm not giving you any options. You use any option you want.
I'm someone who wakes up in the morning and says, happy morning.
Really?
Yeah, I
really?
love mornings and everything.
I mean, when you hear the title, this is the first thing you think of is your dad. What was your thought when you heard the title for the first time?
I was like, Vanda, it's too much pressure. People start thinking of this as like an intense love story, which is it is not. Who can't express his love and everything, like how they actually them work.
Yeah.
You can't express his love, but put him in today's world and how does it actually work with his set of friends, with his set of love interests and everything that happens face by face in his life.
Do you think you have any matching characteristics with the character you play?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rayane Show. I am your host Rayane Mithun and this season is brought to you by Satyabama University and powered by Naturals. Thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Pleasure being here.
So first, like when I told a couple of my friends, that I was interviewing you, they were like, oh, we want to come. So do you realize you're like Chennai's unofficial eligible bachelor?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that, I guess.
I was going to ask you, I was like, are you someone who shies away from it or you're inside, you're like, I know.
No, I mean, sometimes it's like sense of appreciation as an actor, but otherwise, it feels good, I guess.
Yeah. But you seem to be a very private person. Is that just your character or is it something cinema has made you become?
No, I've always been this person, I think. At least now I've started talking. When I was young, I remember if someone came home or something, like if dad's friends or my mom's friends or someone comes home, I would go lock myself up in a room. I wouldn't want to come out or something because they'll be like, you know how they tell kids, right? Dance aadi kaate or like, yeah, like sing or something they'd say, right? So for that, I wouldn't come out itself because they'll make me do things. So I used to be that kid. I used to be very, very shy. Even I think during my first few films also, I was shy.
Yeah.
Then now I'm like, I'm fine with people, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like I've watched a variety of your interviews like while I was doing research and I realized that you don't talk too much. Like you're very, are you an introvert? Would you say you're an introvert? Or do you take time to like warm up to people?
I take time to warm up to people.
I have this theory about people who are introverts. I feel like once you get to know them, they're either very sweet or they're very savage. Which one are you?
I think a mix of both.
A mix
50-50.
of both. Yeah?
Yeah.
But also people think you're very like mysterious, no? Because you don't post as much. Like people don't know what's happening with you.
I mean, it's good that way. It's better that way.
Yeah, but people are like, I find like people are genuinely very curious about you.
No, see, it's like for me, for example, Instagram, right? Initially, it was like a thing for me and it was like nice and entertaining and everything. But then after a point in time, when there's something coming up or something, I post things. And when I find something important or something, I post things. But then I live in the moment. Like even when I go out or something, right? For me, phone is not like a mandate. It's not like I need my phone all the time. So even if I'm traveling or even if I'm like talking to someone, for me, it's not like I go through my phone every day or something like that. I mean, I'm fine without my phone. So that way I live in the present and not through my phone. That way I'm good.
But I think also that makes people more curious about you. Like
Yeah.
you're this, I wouldn't even say mysterious, like you're this mythical creature. Like he's there, but we don't know what's happening with him. But it's nice. But I heard, before we get into the deep stuff, I heard you like to travel a lot. And our travel, Atharvaa is very different from the actor Atharvaa. How are you so different?
No, I mean, see, for me, initially, when you keep watching all these videos that comes up on travel and living, initially it was travel and living. So for me, that was quite fascinating. I wanted to see the world. So I started working and I wanted to make enough money so I can go see the world. This was my target and everything. And of course, post-COVID and everything, it became quite lesser. But then, yeah, I have a huge map at home and I keep like checking off wherever I've been to and everything. And wherever I go to, I mean, that's a Polaroid camera, there'll be a picture that I put it on the fridge and a fridge magnet that I go to every country and I take it. So for me, like I want to see the world. I understand that, yes, this is important being here and everything, but the world is such a big place, right? There's so much happening around you and everything. And you can't be tied down to one place. So that's why, I mean, that's my theory towards things.
But what kind of traveler are you? Are you like, we'll just go there and see how it is? Or like, do you like plan everything?
Oh, no, I don't plan at all. There was a point when I was bored by around some 11:30, I think. And correctly, they announced the strike and everything. And they said, you can't shoot for the next 1 month or 2 months or something like that. And that was the time when I properly trained for this film that I was doing. And I was like, okay, fine, I've trained for 6 months. I can't do anything now, can't shoot. What do I do? Then I got a one-way ticket to Prague or something by around 3 a.m. Like I have a backpack, which is my most prized possession. It's like a 120-liter backpack or something, I'm assuming. Yeah. So I've just put like a couple of clothes in it, took my passport, and I just took off with just like a one-way ticket. And I stayed there for like a month and a half or something. Wow. When they announced saying that you can come back and you can work, that's when I came back here.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So out of all the places that you visited, which country like changed the way you look at life?
See, every country that you go to, there's something new that you learn from there. Not even learn, there's something new that you experience in that country. But then initially, right, the first time I went to North India, right, we did this whole trip where I went with my friends and everything, and we did this hike where we were hiking around North India and everything. That's when I realized how different it is from where we live, right? South is like a completely different like country like to compare to what it is there. And I think that changed my perspective. That was the initial phase of it. But then apart from that, I think Europe, like there was a time where I was extensively backpacking across Europe. So for me, it was like first I do East Europe, then I do West Europe, then I do North or something like that. So, and every place that I go to, it's not just like 2 days or 3 days that I stay in a place. Like if I have enough time and I have the luxury to, so I would probably stay there for a month or something, go across the place, live the place, eat their food, like experience their life, talk to the local people. And the day I land there, I wouldn't know anyone there. But then when I come back from there, right, then there'll be like these really nice people that I would have met. Not that I keep in touch with any of them, and not that for them also life happens and everything. It's just like a myth that I assume that you all can keep in touch with everyone and everything. But then it's nice. Like for example, we spoke about me being an introvert or something, right? I think that I wanted to break that part of me. Like I didn't want to be an introverted kind of person, or I wanted to understand more about myself. And traveling gave me that aspect of it, I guess. So yeah, that way I think Europe and North India.
What did you understand about yourself?
Like sometimes it's comfortable to just be by yourself, no? Like most of the time, see, the first time I visited there or first time I went on a solo trip or something. So I'm a person who always needs my boys or my friends or something, right? Wherever I go. But then first time I went there, I think the first couple of days I didn't get out of my room. I was just locked up in my room or something. I was too scared to get out. Not even scared. I don't know what emotion that was. I didn't want to get out. I was like there. I was just seeing it from the window and everything. Then I was like the third day, I'm like, no, I can't do this and I need to get out and everything. Then I started going out and everything, started walking fast. Like as fast as I could. I would see left, right and walk. Then after a day, it became slower walks. I started understanding my surroundings and everything. Then it became more about people, I guess. Like we have this prefix notion that we are the most important character of our life, right?
Yeah.
Which is not really the truth. Like for everyone, they all think that the world is
Surrounds them.
surrounds them and everything, right? Then I understood that everyone has a story here, everyone has a life here, and everyone's perspective is so different from what we think, right? See, I might look at the world a different way, you might look at the world a different way, and there's another person who looks at the world a different way. But then when you communicate, when you talk, right, you understand that there's somewhere where we hit like a middle ground, and where we understand each other, and the world seems more beautiful in your eyes or in the other person's eyes, and it's quite surprising to me, like this is how this person views the world and everything. I think that's the aspect of what I learned when it came to traveling and everything. Yeah.
That's interesting. No, but that's so true. Like when you talk to people is when you realize that there's so much more to what we also think.
Yeah.
Because we're also with our values and what we've been told and what we learned eventually in life, that we think it's right.
Yeah.
And when you when you step out, you're like, oh, okay, it can be like this.
Correct, Amma. See, we are raised in a particular sense, right? You like each one. I'm sure you've been raised a particular way. I've been raised a particular way, and there are people when you go. Like, I'm not even saying you have to travel abroad. When you meet like people and when you talk, right? You understand that they have a different story towards life and everything, and life goes on, right? You're here for the next maybe a few more decades and everything, and the world is going to be here. But we are not the most important character of it, right? End of the day, yeah.
But I also think the industry that you come from, you're also made to feel that importance. No, sometimes that tuning also you need to break away. Like I find that, like obviously when you're an actor, you keep thinking like, oh, I'm the main character and everything else. So I think the travel also helps with that.
See, that's the thing, no? For me, when I act, right, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love what I do and everything. But then I understand that that is something I do. It's a part of me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say, right? But beyond that, I wouldn't let it consume me to an aspect where I would think that, no, this is the most important thing where like I have to be a certain way or something, or I wouldn't want to change myself to be that person to fit in here.
Yeah.
So hence, I'm good. Like once I'm done with whatever work, no, I'm like, I like watching my stuff till the like double positive or something. But beyond that, it's not in my control. I can do the best of my ability in those 60 days or the year that I spend, right? Other than that, I can give my all. But beyond that, how it pans out, it's not really in my hand. So this is how much I've understood about it.
That's like profound.
Yeah.
So what's on your bucket list in travel?
What's on my bucket list?
Yeah, like
right now I want to jump off a plane all by myself.
For me to get on a plane only, it's stressful.
That's like a fear for me also. Like for me, scuba is a fear. Like I'm not a water person at all. No. For me, like it has to touch the ground or something, right? So for me, scuba would be one thing. I've tried, but not too deep or anything. And apart from that, I think I would want to jump off a plane all by myself with like a parachute and no one behind me.
Without a person?
Yeah, without a person behind me. Yeah. That's like on my bucket list as of now. Apart from whatever ambitions that I have towards cinema and everything. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very scared of water. I think after mom was there in Sri Lanka, I mean, we were all there and she saw the tsunami happening.
Right.
So after that, I have like severe fear of water, and they sent me to Maldives for my honeymoon. I thought I was going to die. I was like, this is supposed to be happy. I was like, every day I was like, I'm going to die today, I'm going to die tomorrow, and the next is flying.
But Maldives, I have this thing that nothing can go wrong in Maldives because it's the most fanciest place of them all.
I'm like, even if tsunami comes, it's going to go over us. If you go, you go. I think that's what I've learned.
Finally, that's what it is, right?
The other thing I wanted to pick your brain about was, I've always heard you saying, I eat to survive, not for taste. What is that? Like, how do you survive like that? Like, if someone gives you a diet of boiled food for like 1 month, you can just eat it without complaining?
Yeah.
How?
For me, it's not like I eat food for the taste of it anymore. Like, I've lost that part of me where I eat because it tastes good. I'm out of sweets. I don't like sweets itself in general. The maximum I like is Indian sweets. I like gulab jamun or rasmalais and everything. Once in a while, and basundis and everything. Apart from that, chocolates, it's a no. It's not like I'm fond of chocolates itself. Even if you give me, if I'm really hungry also, I wouldn't want to eat it. Yeah. But then after a point, because I keep training quite a bit, right? I'm very accustomed to one kind of food. And I'm very comfortable eating that food at this point. So I eat when I'm like, sometimes when I know that I have to eat at this point, I just stuff myself with food. and I just swallow it because, okay, fine. This is the time I have to eat. But then it's not like it's important for me at that
Like
point.
when you travel and all, you don't like to try new food?
I try new food.
But
I try new food, but then I don't binge on food. It's not like I sit and binge on it all the
Yeah,
time.
you can't travel with my mother then.
Yeah.
No. We get up, we plan our day, then we plan what to eat. While eating, we will plan the next meal.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about, I mean, everybody knows you as the actor and they know your dad, but nobody knows about your family.
Right.
And I've heard you say you've always been surrounded by women.
Mm.
Your grandmother, your mother, your sister, now your niece. What have they taught you about women that you think every man should know?
Well, I mean, every day is a learning, I guess. So for me, it's just like when I'm at home, right?
Mhm.
So like you said, I have my grandmom, I have my mom, my sister, and now my niece.
Mhm.
So to all of them, I'm like to a certain degree a friend.
Okay.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
We share a different relationship with
Mhm.
each one, but then I've become that friend to everybody. Like I listen to everybody's stories, and it's nice to hear their stories. And today my niece is around, say, 10 years old or something,
Mhm.
and she calls me every day, and she's like, "What's up? What are you doing?" and everything. And I'm like, "See, I mean, you can't talk to me like that. I'm your mama. Don't talk to me like that." But then for her, like we both are friends, and she tells me stories that whatever I would. Like understand about life at the age of 18 or 19 is what she understands at the
10?
age of 10.
Yeah.
So that's quite fascinating to me. And the way she talks also, right? And I don't know, when I was 10 years old, because you have these things, right, in your head, and your exposure is quite minimal, right? But here is a girl who keeps watching YouTube and things like that, and otherwise the way of her thinking and everything, and quick counters also, quick witty counters she gives and everything. Beyond that, now when I talk to my mom or my sister or my grandmom, right, everyone has their version of their story and everything, and it's nice to sit there and just observe everyone. And one thing I've understood that with like at least my family, I wouldn't want to generalize it. At least with my family, right? It's like everyone is like, they have their own version of the entire. If there's one incident, everyone has their own version of that one incident.
Yeah.
Right. And like I'll have the version that I see right in front of my eyes, but these people will have a version of their own, and it's quite fascinating to me to hear each version. And for me, I'll go ask them in person, like, what's your version? What's your version? What's your version? Or you just have to be present and they'll itself come and tell you. So that's quite fascinating to me.
Yeah, we have that in our family.
Yeah.
And we're a huge family. Everyone will have one version and they'll have one problem with it. So yeah. But what have they taught you about respect? What about understanding women? Have they taught you anything?
Yeah, of course. I mean, see, as men, right, we are quite pragmatic in the way we think, I think. Yeah. I'm not saying that in a wrong sense or anything. I'm just talking about like the way we approach things, right? We are quite pragmatic in the way we approach things. And with women, they're quite emotional, I assume. Like, and it's like quite amazing the way they see the world, and it's quite fascinating to me the way men see the world, right? And there's somewhere we have to find common ground, right?
Yeah.
And for them, where every approach is quite emotional and everything. When I see that, right, there are certain times in my life also, like where I want to be as practical as I want, like cutthroat and practical as I want. But then I somewhere it doesn't come in me, right? Because I've been raised
with all the women in your life, yeah.
Like it becomes like an emotional standpoint where I try to take the emotional route towards things. Most of the time it works in my favor. Sometimes it doesn't, but I'm fine with it, I guess. And yeah, it's nice the way they are gentle, the way they assume things and everything. And I think they are the most beautiful creation in what the world has to offer at this point. Yeah.
But how are you as a person with emotions? Are you someone who like keeps it bottled up, or do you like to talk it out?
No, I internalize and I process it myself, I guess. I'm not someone who talks about it too much. Yeah, maybe to my friends, to a certain degree, I'll sit and talk about it. But then it'll be at the spur of the moment. Maybe like an incident happens and maybe like a few days it affects me, or that particular day it's affected me. That time I sit and talk to my friends about it, but then it doesn't prolong to a very long time. Although maybe I'll be like internalizing that emotion quite within, but I don't like to talk about it as much as I want to, I guess. Yeah.
That's a very man thing. That's one thing I've realized. Like with my dad, with my husband and all, they don't like to talk about it. They're like, no, it's okay. We'll deal with it.
Yeah. Sometimes I numb myself to a certain degree where I understand that this is something, if, for example, if the emotion is hurt, right?
Mm.
I wouldn't want to think about it, or I would probably numb myself, or that part of myself, I would probably not even let anyone see it. That way it works in my favor because I don't want to come off as the person, or not even about other people, to myself itself. I wouldn't want to come off as this person who's like not able to handle it, right? Like life throws many things at you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better to just internalize and process it yourself and not have too many opinions is my take on it.
Yeah. I'm not. I like to talk it out. I like to say everything and finish it and be like, okay.
I mean, sometimes it's better, but sometimes it's better to be this way also.
Yeah. I know how it is. So I've realized this. I mean, I have a son and I also have a daughter. While moms and daughters have a different bond, moms and son have a completely different bond. Like while the son idolizes the father, but the love and affection that a mom and son share is something only both of them understand, and it runs very deep.
Correct.
And I see that with your mom.
Yeah.
So describe your relationship with your mom.
Oh, I think I'm the most loved child of my family. I keep telling my siblings that as well.
I say the same thing to my mother.
No, see, with my mom, I am very close to my dad and everything. But then I think I was always very a mama's boy or something, where my mom was, even when I used to grow up, there are like many pictures in our house where I'll keep holding on to a sari, and whenever we go for temples or whenever we go like outside or something, my mom has this habit of tying her sari pallu to my belt buckle or something.
So you don't get lost?
I don't know what the purpose of that is, because I did get lost once. I remember once we were in some other city, I think. That time they had to do these tiny, small shoppings here and there. So I was standing next to my mom. There was something, there was a toy or something. I got fascinated by it. So I was just, my concentration was there. And by the time I turned around, there was no one. Like everyone were missing and everything. And I'm like someone who's always close to my mom, and there was nobody else. Like my mom and my aunt, I think, at that point. And I didn't know what to do. So I went the opposite direction. For example, if my mom and my aunt were like going towards the left, I started going towards the right. Then at one point, I went next to a signal and I was standing and I started like bawling my eyes out, and I'm like trying to understand what is happening. I was a little kid then. So there was like this random person who was kind enough to come and ask me what happened. And I was like, no, I lost my mother and everything. I don't know where my mother is and everything. And he took me and he was holding me for like 5 minutes. And correctly, they came and like they got me. Since then, it became a habit for my mom. So wherever we go, for the longest of time, she would put her sari pallu into my belt buckle and she would put like 2-3 knots into it so I don't get lost and everything. But beyond everything, I think, see, life has been topsy-turvy for us. It has been a way where, like not just for me, even for my mom, right? My mom and my dad fell in love very early on in their lives. I think my mom was barely like 13 or 14 when she fell in love with my dad. It was like that childhood love thing. And they got married very young. I think my mom was barely 18 when she got married and everything. And after that, for her best friends were the kids. Like me, my sister and my brother. Yung best friends. Apart from that, my father. So once we lost my father and everything, it became like even tight-knitted, where my mom was like very close to us and very guarded, and she started playing the role of being the father, and she started being the strong one. Although I didn't know how much it took for her to be that person, right? For us, yes, it was difficult and everything, but here is a person who's who was in love with another person for X amount of years and everything, and suddenly this happening and everything. It became to a point where I became closer to my mom even more. So I think with my mom, today we share this relationship where initially it was like this mother-son and everything. Today my mom is like more of my friend and everything, because I keep calculating when my sister was born and everything. And I keep asking her, when did you get married to my father? And when was my sister born? And she gets offended. She doesn't want to talk about it. This is like my dining table conversation when someone comes inside. I keep pulling her like quite a bit now.
I've actually met your mom.
Yeah?
Yeah, where I think after Samudram, mom and dad had come home.
Right.
And I remember your mom so clearly. She was wearing a black salwar kameez. And your dad and my dad they were sitting in the other room, and she was sitting with me and having a long conversation. So I remember your mom so clearly.
Wow, okay.
So, I mean, for all that you guys have gone through, have you ever looked at your mom and been like, I don't know how you do it, because like you said, she lost the love of her life and then she had to bring you guys up, and she kept it together without letting life like tear her apart. Have you ever wondered how she's done it?
Yeah, like all the time, I guess. See, like for many people, I'm assuming they've all been through their share of hardships and everything, right? But I could personally talk because I've seen everything happen, right? And even with my mom, right? As much as like my dad was the person who was taking care of everything, and he was the alpha of the entire thing and everything. But for my mom also, she was quite sheltered because my dad was there. And suddenly to put her out in the open, she had to put a strong front in everything. And yeah, I'm very proud of her, the way she pulled it off and everything. And even now, the way she is, like when you ask me if I bottle my feelings or emotions, right? My mom is pretty much like that, I guess. So she will also internalize a lot of things, and she would never let us
see it.
No, never.
That's a very mother thing.
Yeah, it is. But then sometimes at least you have those conversations where you sit and talk about it, right? For us, it's like that conversation never even happens because she wouldn't even want to bring that whatever kind of emotion, even if it's sadness or whatever it is, right? She wants to show us only the happier times of life. So she doesn't let us know what else is happening behind the scenes. So yeah, so she had to take up the role of being the mother and the father. So that way I'm very grateful that I have a mother like her. Yeah.
What is the biggest thing she's taught you about life? Like the greatest lesson?
Like she would always say, like, live life there like there's no tomorrow. Like she was the person who encouraged me to travel, go see the world, go do this, go do that. She kept pushing me. And she's never said no. If I want to do something, she would never say no. She's like, experience life, go do this, go do that. She'll keep pushing me. And not just me, even for my sister or my brother, right? She keeps pushing us to do whatever and go experience life. Like she says that as much as I understand that your lives are here, understand that there's like life happening everywhere. So go experience life is what she keeps saying. So that part of my mother I really like.
It's amazing though. But who's more protective? You of her or her of you?
It's mutual, I guess. Yeah. Quite mutual. I would say from her perspective, she's more protective about me. From my perspective, I'm more protective of her and my family in general.
I want to talk a little bit about your dad because you guys lost him very, very suddenly. But when I say Appa, what is the first fondest memory that comes to your mind?
The horse riding thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because I was like, you say, right, like for every son or something, the father's like the biggest hero or something. When I think of my dad, there was this one time he was shooting for some film or something. And I didn't know my dad could ride a horse at that point.
What?
Yeah. So he was coming in a horse and everything. And I was like, look at my dad. Wow, amazing. And everything. So that picture keeps ringing in my head. Yeah.
But what kind of dad was he? Was he a strict father? He didn't seem strict. I mean, from what I've met him.
You'd be surprised. No, he was quite strict as a father. Yeah. We used to have curfews and everything. But then, see, even for him, right, he had his phases. Till I was in school and everything, he was quite strict about everything. So my dad will have this phase where suddenly he'll be like, you have to wake up in the morning. And I'm the eldest son of the family, right? So he'll be like, you have to wake up in the morning, you have to train. And I used to be this really chonky kid.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen a chonky picture of you. I've only seen a very lean one.
Yeah, no, but when I was a kid, I used to be that kid. Because at that point, I used to eat quite a bit. 2 biryanis, fully now, I could eat like that. So he'd wake me up at 5 a.m. and everything. And he would make me do leg raises and everything. I couldn't do it at that point. I was barely a kid. Yeah, so he used to be that father who wanted his son to make it big or to make to do better than what he is doing or whatever, right? So he would always, I always had that pressure, not my sister nor my brother.
Because you're the eldest.
Yeah, I'm the eldest son of the family, right? And for me, the most, I think, at least I would know because the most he's spoken to was me because I understand whatever he went through as an actor, as a person, as a father, or as a husband, or as a brother, or as a son, right? I understood everything, not through lifetime, I would say. Maybe the last 2 years, 3 years of his life, I would have understood everything. Because at that point, I think he became more as a friend. More than anything. He used to say this one thing, தோளுக்கு மேல வளர்ந்துட்ட இதுக்கு மேல வந்துட்டு I can't advise you or something. He would keep saying that. I don't know why he would say that. And there would be these random conversations like all these Denzel Washington conversations where he would motivate me and everything. My dad used to be a huge admirer of Denzel Washington. So he used to give those kind of life advices and everything. Like a few stuck on to me quite deeply. a few didn't make sense to me.
But does it make sense to you now? Like when you think about it?
Now, yeah. I'm telling you, as boys, right,
Yeah.
or as men, in your early childhood, your father is your hero,
Yeah.
right? And after that, teenage time, when you're in that fire towards everything, right? Your father becomes like your, not villain, but then you start like fighting every thing with your father. But not that I could do that, but I'm still saying, right? Because I had my own set of opinions where I thought this was right and everything, where he would talk out of experience and I would talk out of my strong suit of my opinions towards life. But then when you hit your 20s or 25s or something, upon the day, you'll be like, I mean, my father shouldn't have said all this. But then after a point of time, you'll be like, what my father said was right.
Actually,
the way he said it wasn't right. The tone wasn't right. Then when life hits you quite a bit, you're really, thank God that guy, that person was there to at least guide you through life and everything. Yeah.
If I had to ask you, the advice he gave you that you didn't understand then, that you understand now, what would it be?
He would always say that no matter what happens in life, right, always make a decision. If it's right or wrong, make a decision.
And stick by it?
Subjective. But then he would say, make a decision. And he would say that the biggest problem with everybody is we don't make a decision. Like when you're unsure about something, right, you start procrastinating it. Like you start tending to push away that decision for a long time, and the universe or people around you will make that decision for you, which will not be your decision. But then you'll have to ride that wave, right? So I think that aspect of it is something that I understand now, because there have been times in my life where I would be if I'm very sure about something, immediate. My decisions are quick. But when I'm not sure about something, right, I wouldn't make a decision. Like I would ponder over it, I would think about it. But then people around me or the universe will force me to make a decision, which I might, which will work in my favor, or I will regret it for the longest period of time till I fix it. So now I'm at this phase in life where I understand that aspect. And tappo righto, I make off a decision.
I'm like, I'll live with it.
Yeah, I'll live with it. I make my own decisions at this point, yeah.
What do you miss the most about him? I mean, other than his presence, obviously. What is the one thing you miss about him?
I think life would have been much easier, better. Like you require that higher power, right, to tell you certain things. Like you can rely upon someone to just give you that sense of confidence where they'll tell you that just go by this or something. Not that you have to take that advice, but then at least to bounce off things, right? Bounce off with someone who's experienced, to someone who's done this all, right? So that part of it, I think I really miss. So to have that higher power to tell you that this is right, or to have like a mentor in like within your family, right? To like that's one thing that I miss, I'd say.
You're the eldest son. We talk a lot about the eldest daughter, and we say, oh, she carries so much on her shoulder. What is it like being the eldest son, especially when you had to become the man of the family, like the head after your dad?
Well, I didn't know anything. I would just sail through things. So there was a point when I wouldn't know. At that point, not like they used to give me money or let me have access to money or anything, right? And suddenly you're put out in the world where you have to deal with certain things that comes your way and everything. And more than anything, more than the financial aspect of how you deal with it or how you sail through it, that happens with everybody, I'm assuming, because over time you learn. But then dealing with people, I guess, because like suddenly you're put in this place where you have to start dealing with people. And I was like, what, barely 19, I'm assuming, 19 or something. And where you have to deal with people. And I would just look at people as people, and I would listen to people, and I would take their advice, or I would hear them out and everything, right? But then sometimes it's like tasking to understand what needs to be done. So that part, I think, was it took me some time to deal with everything at once. So like putting yourself out in the open when you don't really know anything and to act like you know it all is like the biggest challenge of life. Yeah.
And I think it prepped you for your career of acting, no?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I would say. Yeah.
But I think with his passing being so sudden, did it change the way you looked at life? The way you live your life?
No. No.
Like, take it like every day, you don't know what's going to happen the next day. But that's what your mom's told you as well, right?
No, yeah. But see, the way I look at life, like there was a chain of events that happened in my life. Not many people know about it. the major parts of it, like my father and everything, they all know about it. But then they were like quite, they were like, suddenly there'll be like one bullet just like coming and hitting my heart, or like there'll be an arrow like stabbing me from behind or something like that. There were like a chain of events that happened, that took place. And I think everything, like the way it flowed, right, prepped me up to a certain degree where I looked at life a certain way, where I understand that even nichayamillada vaalkai, basically, like you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So till you're alive, till you're here in this world, right, don't do anything wrong to people. At the same time, live life like there's no tomorrow. Not like you have to be the most enthusiastic person to like, oh, I'm going to do this today because there's no tomorrow. I'm not saying like that. I'm coming at an aspect where you just like understand what life is, and you understand how fragile life is, right? For example, you take COVID, no? During COVID, I know so many people who just like thought that this is the end of the world, nothing like that. They just sold everything of theirs and they just started like going somewhere else and settling and everything. And at that point, we really thought that there was no tomorrow, right? We didn't know what was going to happen to the world. But then somewhere again, life happened to us and we start getting stuck up with our own thoughts and everything, right? So today I've come to that thing that with people and everything, right? That's why I like staying a little detached from things, where people or things or anything, right, in this world is quite temporary. So nothing is permanent in this world is what I've come to an understanding. This is just my understanding towards things. And I wouldn't say that everybody has to live this way, but I like living a little detached. For me, if I start getting attached towards things, right, I always feel that it always hurts me a lot more. So that way, I'm like a little detached towards everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
So
everything.
you have that detached attachment?
Yeah. See, end of the day, I'm a human too, right? I tend to get attached to a few things. But then towards the end of it, right, whatever I get attached to, some way or the other, at least I've come to a realization that whatever I get attached to, some way or the other, it hurts or it becomes too deep for me. So that way, it's not right for me. So detachment is the best theory towards it.
I'm so surprised you're saying this, because for the past 1 month, I've been only hearing about detached attachment. Like, I have this friend, he keeps saying, he's like, oh, you're too attached to people, you're too attached, you cannot let your heart go in first. And I'm like, dude, I can't be like that. He's like, you don't understand how detached attachment works.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not like I'm saying don't talk to this person, cut off. Like, stand and say that even if this person goes away or this situation happens, it's not going to affect you. I'm like, dude, how? I'm like, I can't work like that.
I mean, nobody can work like that.
But he works like that. He functions perfectly like that.
Wow, okay.
And I was like, wow. So when you said it, I was like, wow, I don't know, the universe is trying to tell me something about detached attachment.
No, but then see, I'm telling you, no matter what happens, right? We're all humans. I'm telling you, we tend to get attached to something or the other. If it like it's something that gives you happiness on the long run, good. Be attached to it as much as you can. But then on the long run, you don't really know what happens. At least in my life, the way events have happened, right? I don't really know what happens tomorrow or something, right? So for me, what I see life as, it's better for me to stay this way. This is not my advice to everyone in general, but this is how it works.
I like this disclaimer you're going on giving. This is not for everybody. This is what I follow. You've said it 4 times.
Yeah, but then that's how it's supposed to be, right? Everyone live your own lives.
I like the disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's so, don't take my advice. I'm just telling you about me.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about being an actor. How did your dad take that when you said you want to become an actor? How did he take that information?
I don't think that kind of conversation ever happened.
Oh, really?
No. The kind of conversation that happened was, so my granddad is a director, right? So during our holidays and everything, they would send us to his house and everything. And my granddad had this habit, like I told you, he'll be like, you should dance and show, you should do this and show. And I used to hate that. Like, for me to do that, I would be like, how can you just ask someone to just randomly come and dance in front of people? And I used to be like this shy person who didn't like doing all that. But then I think post 11th or something, 10th or 11th, I started watching films. Like, I liked watching films. So I remember clearly, my granddad wanted me to be an actor. So I used to make fun of my granddad, saying that, because in his place, right, the 2 streets away from his terrace, we could see the Dhobi Ghat there.
Okay.
So I would be like, and I used to see people with like strong arms, like ripped body and everything. And I was like, I always want to be a Dhobi, like look at them and everything. And my granddad used to get like upset with me, saying that, no, you need to be an actor and everything. But at one point, I used to do this just to irritate, right? And my dad never used to say be an actor, nor did my mom say be an actor, nor we were exposed to that side of life where my dad used to take us to sets all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing like that happened. We were very, very normal kids. We were raised as very normal kids. And we were like those people who like had our set of friends, and that was our world. Beyond that, there was nothing for us. But I think post 12th or something, I started watching films. I remember during those holidays, right, from 12th to college first year, there was like a chunk of period where even during my 11th itself this happened, where I took like a TV that was outside and I put it inside my room, and I used to like buy all kinds of films, like be it other language films or Indian films, especially Tamil films, right? The old Tamil films, the newer ones, everything I used to watch. And I used to be this person who loved going to theatres. And for me, the biggest task was in the Friday when the yaar enakku ticket vaangi tharuva, enakku vandittu poi indha padam paakano. And I used to be shy to go ask for tickets also at that point. So you need to know someone to get those tickets first day for sure, before everybody tells you saying that. And for me to go ask my dad, I never used to go ask my dad like that, please get me tickets or anything. So I used to have this one person where he had another person, where he had another person, where he would get like a couple of tickets and everything. And I used to be so excited to go watch these 4 a.m. shows. Like 5 a.m. shows and everything. And I think that's where it started for me. I wasn't sure that I wanted to be an actor at all. I liked films. That's all it was. So I liked watching all kinds of films and everything. And I liked the way the art was being made and everything. I was very inclined towards the art of how the film was made and how the emotions they were able to deliver so many emotions in just those 2 hours. So that fascinated me. And I think it happens, right? When suddenly they know that innarku oru son irukanga appadinu, they'll come and ask for films and everything. And my dad never forced me into it or never said anything, go do this film or anything, nothing like that. Then I go, suddenly there was a day when I was like, I think I want to do this, is when I told. That time I was in college first year. I just started college. And by then I told my dad saying that I want to do this. He didn't say anything. It was just like, if you want to do this, you be sure about it and come talk to me. Then like a few weeks passed and everything. Then I was like, I'm sure about it. Then he said, okay. The following week was my birthday. On my birthday, my friends were there in my house to wish me and everything. And the 12 o'clock cake cut pandradhukku ella vandanga. Then in the morning by around 6 o'clock, my dad wakes me up and he puts me to like a couple of classes, like in the YMCA kuttu poitu the class that they go, gymnastics and everything. So anga potonde, then it started, like I started forming a routine where I used to love doing that anga poitu. And for me, there was this one friend of mine, his brother told me something very important. So he tells me, which really changed my life. He's like, this is an industry that pays you to look good. So you can't go stand there in front of the camera and be the person you are. Is what he's told me. Then that stuck to me quite a bit. So for me, I needed to be confident enough to go stand in front of the camera. So this routine went on for like 8 months, a year or something. Then I started like doing a little bit of theatre here and there. Then after that, I went and told, no, I want to do this and everything. Then I think we signed then we heard like a few scripts and everything. And my dad was like, no, do this and everything. Then I was like, okay, we'll do this. First padam vandu poi announce pandrom. Announce pannittu first photo shoot, I'm standing like this. And I was so nervous. And at that point, I was running a high fever. I didn't know what was happening to me. And I was standing like this. They clicked the first picture like this and I passed out. I fell off on the floor. I don't remember what happened after that. I remember someone standing in front of me. When I'm blacking out and I'm falling, they come and hold me.
Oh, damn.
This is all I remember. Then I was admitted in the hospital for like 10 days and everything. Because I had dengue or something at that point and I didn't know about it. Yeah. And so my journey started from that. And it wasn't like quite like an easy journey. It was like topsy-turvy here and there. But the majority of it, I've had a great time. Yeah.
But one thing I found very interesting about your career is that you've never tried to stick into like a mold. You've done like a variety of films. So when you listen to the script, what is the first thing you look for in a script?
Different faces, different things. Like, first I used to love being an actor, and I used to pick those scripts where I was extremely uncomfortable being in that spot. And I always thought that you'll have to work hard and you'll have to do things out of your comfort zone to actually understand what you want to do, right? But then over time, today I've come to an understanding that because I did all that, right? In my very early on in my career, I did like intense roles or whatever kind of variations that I did, right? Even my like best films or my worst films also, there's something that I've learned from every film. I can't point it to you that this is what I learned from this film or something, but then it's given me an experience where today I'm in this phase where I understand films to be as much as it is an art, it's quite business also, right?
Yeah.
So today my thing towards films, I pick films that are very different from the previous film that I do, but it has to be very commercially viable. That's what I see in every film. And I enjoy doing films where I have to do something new or learn something new. That's something that I really enjoy, yeah.
Is there a genre that you still want to do?
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Like what?
Like I would love to do like a biopic, a war film, like a, I don't know, there's so much to do.
Like biopic, who would you want to play?
I mean, I can't tell you who exactly, but then some biopic that really excites me or something. I don't know. Some biopic where I want to understand that person's character, change myself to be that person. That's something I would love to do, yeah.
But you know what? In our industry, people are not very comfortable doing multi-starrers.
Yeah.
But I've seen you do like two. You've done two?
Yeah, two.
What makes you so secure about it? Like, you seem very comfortable doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it, I guess. It's not like all the time that I would want to do multi-starrers, but then when I do it, when I find something exciting, right? And I know for a fact that there's something that I can bring into the table, then that's fine with me. It's not like I'll have to know what the other actor is doing for me to go do this or something like that. But today, I think cinema has become that, right? Where as much as you call it a multi-starrer or not, there are like a group of actors coming and doing something for a bigger cause or for the film's benefit or something, right? It's fine with me. But then I would be very careful to pick and choose also. I wouldn't do multi-starrers all the time also. But yeah, there are times when something really, like the last film that I did, the director is a very close friend of mine. I've known her for ages now. And for me to do something with her was quite exciting for me, and I'm sure it was the same for her as well. So there was a point when we sat down, created our own character, how we want to do it. So that process was quite exciting for me. So that's something is fine by me, I guess, yeah.
But still, you need to be secure to do it. I mean, especially, I've seen it, like being, like when you are in the field, like when you see multiple movies and multiple people acting in it, yeah, you need to be secure enough though, with yourself.
No, there's something that a very big actor, I wouldn't want to name the person.
It's okay.
He told me something which I hold it very close to my heart, right? He would say that when you're in the frame, right, you act like the most important and the most like cutthroat person and the best that you can ever be, right? So when I go stand in front of the camera today, or like it took me some time to get there. So I'm very secure within the frame. Like I know exactly what I'm going to do. Insecurity comes when you don't know what you're going to do within that frame, right? So for me, I work with directors also. When I pick a multi-star also, I work with directors who know what they're going to give me or what they want out of me. So that way, like that's something that stuck on to me a lot. But yeah, he used different words. I wouldn't want to use those words. But then yeah, that's something that stuck on to me very deeply.
I mean, that's profound advice.
Yeah.
So if I had to ask you one film that changed your life personally and professionally, what would that be?
Multiple, but then on top of my mind, I think Almost Famous. That's my all-time favorite film.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A movie that you've acted?
E.T. Paradesi, I think. Yeah.
Paradesi. Yeah. I want to ask you about this film. I'm like, after you finish that film, I'm sure, I mean, I've heard people who've acted in Bala Sir's film, like Varu and all, you know, they're like, it's emotionally taxing.
Yeah.
How did you come out of it after acting? Like,
I don't think I did a film for a year after that or something. A year and a half after that.
You're like, I just need to rest?
No, it wasn't that. It becomes, see, for me, making the film, yes, it was tasking and everything. I think what got to me mentally was dubbing for the film. Like, you have to recreate that emotion within those four walls and everything, right? And to do it over and over again for months together, right? That got to me quite a bit. And the way you start seeing cinema also changes. It starts playing with you mentally. it was like one of those greatest lessons of my life, I think, because I did it very early on in my career before I even understood what films were all about. So yeah. And after that, when I wanted to do something serious or something, that's when I picked up this athlete film called E.T. and everything.
I've seen it.
Yeah. So that film, as much as I had to play a boy next door and everything, no one asked me to like build my body and everything and do all that. That was me being enthusiastic by myself to do all that. And yeah, that film also, I think, that phase of my life in general taught me a lot, I think. Built a base for me to do whatever I'm doing. And I'm quite excited about what's coming in future also, because there are a few things I can talk about. There are a few things that I can't talk about. But then it's like quite exciting. And I would say whatever I went through or whatever kind of films I did during that phase, right? That gave me a better platform to understand me better as an actor, me better as a person, and what my extent is and what all I can do and what all I can pull off. So that way today I understand that mentally when you choose a film, you'll have to be in control of whatever creatives, right? Beyond that also, physically also, it's quite tasking when you make a film. So all that I learned during that phase, yeah.
I think anybody who does this film and comes out with life lessons. Even if you ask Varu, no, she'll be like page of what she learned. I'm like, okay, Varu. I'm like, and I tell her, I was like, you shouldn't tell people this, they'll get scared.
No, it's like going to school, no? Like that 1 year that you're with Bala sir and everything. It's very interesting the way each one looks at cinema. Like I told you, right? It's person to person. And the way he conceives cinema is quite different from any other director, I would say. And that's quite fascinating to me because like I've never seen any director or worked with any director that intense. I'm sure he's not that person, or he is not that person. I know him quite well. He's family to me and everything. And he's not that person that people portray him to be, or he portrays himself to be in general, right? He's not that person. But then to do what he does, he has to be that version of himself is what I've seen. Yeah, that is something that is quite tasking.
Oh, you spoke about these physical transformations. I've seen you go, I mean, like I've seen different phases of you in pictures. Do you like doing these physical transformations?
Not at all.
Don't lie.
No.
I think you secretly like them.
No. Like, who wants to be like suddenly chonky and everything? And who wants to suddenly go back to gym, stop, like train 24/7? Nothing like that.
Really?
No.
You really seem like a person who likes to like ruin yourself mentally in the gym and be like, oh, okay.
No. Yeah. Like given a choice, I would just take a pill and I would be like, body come to me and everything and not do anything. Like I like to be lazy also, but then you can't afford to be lazy, or I can't afford to be lazy. So yeah. Then that has to happen. So like I told you, right, whatever I told you earlier, like this is an industry that pays you to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's important for us to play off those roles to the best of our abilities, what I've realized. There are certain films that I've given my best. There are certain films that I've not given my best, and I know that deep down inside. And but yeah, towards the end, majority, whatever works.
Yeah. Well, what has been your toughest transformation?
E.T. was, like that film was.
Was that when you had your six-pack and all that?
Yeah. That film was, because I didn't know I could get six-packs itself. Like, I'm working on it in the gym every day. Nothing is coming. I'm like, what six-pack is not coming? I'm sitting and fighting with my trainer saying my six-pack is not coming. Then he was like, six-packs are not made in the gym. It's made in the kitchen and everything.
That's true.
That's when I understood certain things and everything. But yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, even in future, the next couple of films that I'm going to do, I think that is also quite exciting to me, and that will be like quite tasking is what I've come to an understanding.
Let me ask you, when you do these transformations, do your personalities also change according to this transformation that's happening?
No, not at all.
Are you sure?
Now it won't. Like there was a point initially when I did it, right? I understood certain things. Like you get cranky, you get this thing because you're not able to eat enough or things like that. No. Now my body is like, it's fine. So now I understand like mentally also I'll have to be sane in order to do certain things. So I'm fine with it. Yeah.
I think you've become mature with age.
Yeah. In other
Why
words.
is that doubt in saying like
No. I'm saying in terms of now I understand how it plays with you mentally also. Like as much as it's physically tasking, it's mentally also very tasking.
I know.
And today my thing is not that I go to the gym, lift weights, I need to look this way.
I've seen how you've trained, don't lie.
Yeah, I mean, there was a phase that I used to do that. But today it's more like I've started enjoying my workouts. It's more like going and doing those like box jumps or whatever you call it, right? It's like exciting for me to do all that because like now I want my body to be agile and move however I want it to move and everything. So that way I like doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I also like to train, but when the gym, I'll be like, dude, what have I bought myself to do? Why? Like I'll always complain. I'm like, why can't losing weight be as easy as gaining the damn weight? Gaining you can do like this.
Yeah. But yeah, end of the day, what you eat is what. I'll tell you a very important line: a minute on your lips is a lifetime on your hips.
That's so
yeah. It's like very cliche dialogue, and
it is true though.
Yeah.
I know. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know. Like very difficult. Okay, let's talk about your new film. I mean, when you hear the title, this is the first thing you think of your dad because of his famous movie Idhayam. What was your thought when you heard the title for the first time?
I was like, Vanda, it's too much pressure. People will start thinking of this as like an intense love story, which is it is not. It is about a person who's like a little old school with his thoughts, like an old soul, you could say, right? Who's like, how do you say, who can't express his love and everything, like how they actually them was. You can't express his love, but put him in today's world. And how does it actually work with his set of friends, with his set of love interests and everything that happens face by face in his life. And it's quite an entertaining film. And this is one film that I think everyone as a family you can go sit and watch and everything. Got good music, got good visuals, got good cast, talks about friendship, talks about love, talks about relationships, values and everything. So that way I think it'll be quite an interesting film to watch in theatres.
Do you think you have any matching characteristics with the character you play?
Yeah. Every year 100% is there.
Yeah?
To a certain degree.
To a certain degree. But you said this is not only a love story. So without giving too much of a spoiler, what is it?
Like I said, right, it talks about friendship and everything. So, see, for every love story, there's a gang of friends and everything, right? So it talks about mostly the friendship, how friends work and how they are a part of this love and everything, or the phases of love. And how this guy goes through every phase of love. But beyond everything, I think there's one tagline that's very important in this film. Like whenever there's something in your heart, right? It's better to talk it out or say it out to that particular person. And especially when love becomes the emotion, it's better to talk to that person or say it out loud, because when time passes or days passes, you wouldn't know that if that person is actually in love with you or not. And I've met quite a few people, and people who have dubbed for the film also tend to relate certain aspects of it in their life. And I think who would relate it a lot? Yes, a lot of people can relate to various sequences, but people who are born in those 90s and early 2000s, right? I think it'll be their film because it talks about having those CDs and everything, making like a mixtape.
Oh, the mixtape.
Mixtape culture. Things like that. So it's quite a bit of nostalgia that also plays in and kicks in. So yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think is better, to be rejected or just not telling what you feel?
Everyone has this fear of rejection, right? As much as I can give you bhashan saying that I don't have fear of rejection and all, I think that's there for everyone. And that fear kicks in, and because of that, I don't think people want to even face that. But then if you ask me, I would say just face that rejection and get it over with.
Get it over with. No, I mean, take your time but still move on.
No, but the biggest fear for everybody, right? As much as I've known, is not about the rejection of the love. About rejection of getting, about the rejection of being a friend also. Like you tend to lose that person as a friend also if you go express your love, right? So that becomes a bigger drama than the love itself.
That's true.
Yeah. So I think that fear is there in everyone, including me, I guess. Yeah.
It's human, but all of us have gone through that. No? Where you're like, should I tell them? Should I not tell them?
Yeah. Every time. Like there have been phases in life where I've also been like an Idhayam Murali in life where I'm like, okay, fine, should I or should I not and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so when people come on July 10th to watch the film, what do you feel that you're going to leave? Or how are they going to feel once they see the movie and leave?
I feel everyone will start relating their lives towards it, at least towards the majority of the film, I would say. I'm not saying like through the entire film. End of the day, it is a film and everything. But there's like a lot of things each one can pick out of the film, right? and each one takes out there is like multiple sequences that might have happened in your life,
Okay.
that might have happened in my life,
Mhm.
and everything. Like a sense of connection is always
Mhm.
there. So this is what I believe that people will take out of the film,
Mhm.
and they would probably relive those moments through our film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way I'm very, very glad we made this film.
Yeah. So you shot all over America as well.
Mhm.
What are some memories that you made while making this movie?
For the promo, we went and shot in New York. Like
Mhm.
it was like a small crew and everything. And when we went during the promo itself, we had to do like our first set of recce's and everything, where we decided where we're going to shoot during the actual shooting and everything. But then that promo was very important for the film in general, to set up the tone of the film, to set up what kind of movie we're making and everything, right? And it was a pretty long promo. Like my only thing was, when I was talking to the director, I was telling him like, guys, you can't have like a 5-minute promo or like a 6-minute promo. Like we'll keep it under 3 minutes, or like we'll keep it under like 250 or something. But he's like, no, we'll have to give them something, and everything. But then I think somewhere people related certain things during that promo itself, which worked in our favor. And when we went and shot the actual film in America, right, we all were different people, I think. And travel makes that happen, I think. Where for certain people, it was like the first time coming to the US. For certain people, it was the first time they are even
stepping foot outside
India and everything. To show them the world and everything. And beyond that, to even explore this side of the world with them, right? It was quite exciting for me.
Yeah.
I think the bond of like me being with my co-stars or the team and everything, right, it got a lot stronger after the entire trip and everything. And I think during making that film itself, because we got a lot closer during that schedule, right? That whole US portion of whatever we shot, right? It was quite nice. You can see that energy on screen that's being translated and everything. Yeah, that was nice.
Okay, now tell me, why are you called Iron Man?
I'm not called Iron Man.
Don't lie. I have seen it myself. Why are you called Iron Man?
I like calling myself Iron Man. I'm quite
I don't think it
fascinated
was
by
you
just
being
doing this and
calling
everything comes like that and everything.
What lies. Okay, so much we spoke about love. I have to ask you some love. Otherwise, the girls are going to be very upset.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to ask you if you're single or not. You're not going to tell me anyway. Has your definition of love changed over the years?
Definitely. Yeah.
What is it now?
Like right now or
right now? Right now.
Right now you don't want to hear it.
No, I really want to hear it.
No,
because I'm not asking if you're single or not. So you have to give me that.
No, like, I think the deepest level of friendship and understanding is what love is. I
That's
guess.
true.
So to be in love, you'll have to be like the best of friends with that person.
I agree with you.
Yeah. For me, you can't be in love without being friends with that person. So you miss out if the love works out for you. If that relationship works out for you, then you have a friend for life. If it doesn't work out for you, then you lose a friend that you were actually that close to. So that's my definition of it at this point, I guess.
That's a good understanding, no?
Yeah.
Now that
life happens, right?
Okay. What kind of boyfriend are you?
Meaning?
What
like,
kind of
what are
boyfriend?
my options?
No, I'm not giving you any options. You use any option you want.
Yeah.
No?
No, like, what kind of boyfriend am
Yeah.
I? I'm someone who wakes up in the morning and says, happy morning.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
love mornings and everything. I'm a morning person, not a late night person.
Wow. Okay.
I love waking up in the mornings. And for me, when I wake up in the morning, it has to be like some nice music. It could be anything. It could be like old Tamil songs. It could be like jazz music. It could be anything. But it has to like set the vibe for the day.
For the
and
day?
everything. Yeah,
Can I send you my children? They'll set the vibe for you.
Yeah, I mean,
like every day I wake up, I'm like, no.
I've never seen that side of the world, so I wouldn't know.
So enjoy it.
Yeah, but that way, for me, it has to be that happy things. And for me, with whoever the partner is or anything, right? You got to see the world and you got to see the other side of the world also. Like every aspect of the world is what I would say.
What I asked you what kind of boyfriend are you?
That's all I'm
What?
saying. This is my definition. You said I could say any definition.
What is that?
Like, give me choices. I wouldn't know where to
Are
start.
you the one who's like the planner? Are you like a possessive boyfriend? Are you the chilled out boyfriend? What kind of boyfriend are you?
I'm not the planner at all. I suck at planning and everything.
You plan, I'll come.
Yeah. No. Like, plan happens. Flow.
Oh, flow. Okay, go with the flow. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so for me, things will happen, right?
Okay.
So I always tell myself that nothing bad can happen in my life. So I'm that kind of person. Am I possessive? Yes, to a certain degree. I tend to get, although I don't want to be. No planning.
No planning.
Konjo possessive.
Are you the one who types long messages, or you like a voice note, or you a caller?
Call. I mean, when there are moments in life where those long messages needs to be typed, I put in that effort to type those long messages. When those messages don't make sense,
Okay.
that time I do those voice notes as well. When nothing makes sense, I call. And when all three does not make sense, turn off your phone.
Just sleep it off.
Yeah.
Okay, what is a green flag in a woman for you?
Green flag. I haven't given it much thought. I think keeping life simple is what green flag would be. I think.
Then red flag?
Making it complicated.
No, there has to be some quality, no? When you're like, oh my god, I like this person, but this quality is not going to work
No,
out.
like you see like the happier things in the smaller things of life, right? Not the major things also. Like it could be anything, like the small things where you can see happiness. That's like a green flag for me. And when things start getting complicated, like I run away from drama. I don't like drama at all. Like when there is drama, I run away from the opposite direction. I run away. I say that life gives you enough drama.
Yeah.
People shouldn't.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I think it should be your tagline.
Yeah. Like people should keep it drama free. And when people start creating drama in your life, and that's the red flag. That's when you cut off and just move on.
Yeah. Do you think love is supposed to make you feel butterflies, or is it supposed to calm your nervous system?
Oh, butterflies. I love falling in love. Butterflies.
I read this quote yesterday, on Instagram. If he's giving you butterflies, have antibiotics, shut it down.
Oh, really? Like, I don't know what kind of feed is there on your Instagram.
I'm getting worried what I see on my feed.
Yeah.
For someone who wants to say something, it can be anything. It can be love or just wants to get something out of their heart, but they're so scared. What would Atharvaa say to them?
Go for it. Say it out loud. I mean, don't hold back is what I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just say it out loud is what I would say.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Keep life simple and happy is what I would
Listen,
say.
you've already said simple. Let's get into it.
That's the only thing that runs on my mind, I think. Nothing beyond that. Like, advice is something that you keep somewhere subconsciously. Pinadi. Other one is the
Close your
front
eyes and be like,
foot.
excuse me, come to me.
Yeah. Beyond that, there's nothing.
So keep life simple.
Yeah.
Listen, I want something more profound from you.
That's all. I think my brain is not functioning. My brain is not braining at this point.
It's not braining.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much,
Thank you so
Atharvaa.
much.
I'm so glad I got to do this.
Thank you so much. Pleasure
And
being here.
good luck for your movie.
Thanks a lot.